The monster taming genre is in an interesting situation right now as far as major releases are concerned. Now, it's no secret that throughout the early boom of the genre, there were many games that had people especially hyped, like Temtem, Coromon, Nexomon Extinction, Monster Sanctuary, Cassette Beasts, and more. However, these games have all released, done their thing, and are now in the rearview mirror, at least when discussing what's to come. Coromon definitely still has its mobile release, which has people hyped. Nexomon has its third installment in the works, which is going to be sometime far in the future. Cassette Beasts has DLC that's being developed. Monster Sanctuary has a spiritual successor going on, but as we look towards the future of the genre, it's definitely clear to see that in terms of major releases, we are in a transitional period where before the aforementioned games sort of acted like the pillars of the genre, initiating a lot of hype, helping to get the word out, and in many ways pioneering various aspects of it. But at least until we get confirmed sequels for a lot of these games, we are going to have to look elsewhere for new projects that can do the same. Back in 2022, the monster taming genre had a lot of what I'd consider major releases, games that caused a lot of buzz, specifically for monster taming. This includes titles like Digimon Survive, Coromon, Temtem, Nexomon had its Abyssals update, Ooblets released, as well as other games that you might not have even heard of. However, this year has definitely been much quieter with major releases so far, mostly consisting of Digimon World Next Order, which in fairness is just a port of an already released title, and Cassette Beasts, which in my opinion raised the bar substantially from what's considered a quality monster taming title. We still have Dragon Quest Monsters to look forward to, and we have had some other releases recently, but those have sort of been the major releases as far as attracting fans to monster taming specifically is concerned. Now, on the flip side, in terms of releases for 2024 and beyond, we actually have a ton of monster taming games in the works. However, many of these games lack substantial marketing, don't have release windows, are made on a casual basis, etc. And as someone who's constantly looking for the next big thing, I guess you could say, for the monster taming genre, I definitely notice that we're getting a lot more games overall, but a lot of them don't end up sticking, or I guess you could say landing in the same way that some of these previous games do. There are obviously going to be games that are more niche than others just based on design. For example, a lot of these Shin Megami Tensei inspired games are going to have a smaller audience than a Pokemon inspired one, just because the Shin Megami Tensei audience is much smaller than the Pokemon one. The same thing can be said about any of the roguelike games and others, but beyond this, I do think a major issue that a lot of these upcoming games are having is lack of marketing and willingness to get themselves out there. I've personally been trying to do my best to push some of what I consider the highest quality upcoming games. I do actually have a future video planned on going over some of those, but like I said, I definitely feel like we're in a transitional period where we still have some specific games that a large chunk of the fan base is looking forward to, like Pal World or Lumentail or even Evo Creo if they decide to actually release this year. But it's clear that we need a bigger spotlight on some of these really cool games, because I don't want to fall into the same old trap of only being attached to that small handful of franchises the same way the genre used to be before the boom. But yeah, just a quick video discussing my thoughts on the current state of monster taming. I definitely want to put out a quality mon game video soon or something to that extent to get you guys kind of hooked on some upcoming games as well. But let me know down below which games you're excited for and what games you want to see me cover more on the channel. If you do want to stay up to date on monster taming games, you could definitely subscribe for daily videos. You can check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon linked below. And just wanted to say special thanks to my patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Dark Persona, Exodus, and Candy Morency. And I'll see you next time. Peace.